And what is the difference? We will try to understand. Functional testing meaning is the modules are tested, like the features, login, log out. Okay, we have payment feature. In terms of Amazon, I'm saying these examples, these are the modules: payments, add to cart, something. These features we are testing is nothing but a functional testing. Inside this functional testing we have the types. These types we discussed. The types are unit testing. Inside functional testing, unit testing will come. Okay, and after unit testing we have some more: integration testing. Integration testing is done by the QA, whereas unit testing is done by the developer, and it is also called as white box testing. Then we have system testing. System testing is testing the project or application on different operating systems. We check on a phone, MacBook, Windows, all these platforms. Then we have UAT testing. UAT testing is user acceptance testing. Okay, user acceptance testing. It's very important. What is UAT testing? We get interview question. What is UAT testing? UAT testing is user acceptance testing. First, we will test. Who will test? QA. What is organization structure? We know that in organization we have the different teams. Okay, consider this is our tech company, and in a company we have QA team, okay, and a development team. Okay, so QA will test first. Who will test? The QAs will test. After QA is tested and they say that it's working fine, QA will somewhere they will stop the testing, right? We will not just keep on testing. After you find some defects, consider that we are testing a application, something Facebook we are testing. Okay. So what features you will test? Login, logout, add friends, okay, posting images, posting the videos, or liking, commenting, all those features you tested. So you have considered 1,000 test cases. Initially you tested and you found that some 20, 30 defects you found, or some 100 defects you have initially. 100 defects you had initially, and these 100 defects are tested and now they are passed. Okay, maybe one or two times you tested and everything now works fine. Overall your 100 test cases are, overall your 100 failed one are passed, and 900 already were passed. Okay, so total 1,000 test cases are passed now. So you will stop the testing because everything whatever was there as per a plan is tested, everything works fine. Now what we do as a QA, we say that okay, testing is done and everything looks fine for us. Now we give it to client saying that okay, features are implemented and tested and they are working fine. Yes, we will stop the testing at certain point of time after we do not have a moderate defects, we do not have much defects remaining in the application. Now the client will start the testing. What a client will do, directly they will not launch in the market, because if they directly launch in a market there is a risk. What is the risk? If there are some failures, whose impression will be bad? Okay, if your client is Facebook and your some connections are not created or friend requests are not sent, people are not able to see that request, or comment feature is not working, so overall it's client product, so they want to see how it is developed, how it is been tested. So client will also do the testing this time before they release it to market. Meaning before they launch it in the market, before they actually start a business or they launch it in a market, they will do the testing, and this testing is called UAT testing. So who does the UAT testing? User acceptance testing is done by the client, because Client knows exactly what their business is. Even though no matter how hard you try to understand client business, they know much better than QA. Agree? How much more you learn, but at the end they know more about a product because they have it. And UAT will be done by the client people or people who are sitting near to client. Maybe QAs only do this. QA can only do. There are UAT tester job roles in the market. So UAT tester, what they do, they will sit with client. They understand the project in terms of client perspective, what the client wants, and they do the testing. So it is the people who are actually the clients or people are sitting near to client and they represent the client. Okay, not the tech company QA. So we will not actually complete the UAT. You are a part of a tech company. So in some cases, you may write UAT test cases, but actually UAT will be done by the client before they release it to market. Okay. After the UAT testing is passed, after the UAT testing is passed, and in the UAT testing also, there can be defects. So when a client is testing as per the client perspective, they may also get the defects. They should get minimum or low number of defects. Okay, if client is able to find more defects, the question will come to QA team, what did you do? Right, the question will come to QA team that what did you test. So in our testing we make sure that all the requirements are tested working fine. If we are not testing anyway, in the UAT testing, client will do the testing and they will find the bugs. So we have to make sure that we are testing each and every feature correctly, properly, so that client is not able to find anything. So as per expectations, UAT testing should have very low defects because we already tested that application and we reported bugs, and the bugs are also retested. Now everything is ready. So they may get just one or two defects or less than five defects. They should get very less or no defects is also good, but generally no defect is not that easily possible. UAT testing is done as per the business need, as per the end user, how they go, how they use it. So they may find some two, three issues, which is okay. At a moderate number of defects, which is okay. After UAT is done, and in the UAT, there are consider that you have five defects. Your client is able to find five defects. These five defects will also be again reported to developers. Who is the developer we have? We have a developer here. So it is given to developer. This developer now should work on the defect. He should fix that defect. And after the defects are fixed, again UAT will be done. Again the client people will perform a UAT and they will look at a features, and if everything works fine, then this time now it will be released in the market. Now your project is ready for the release in market. Release meaning is live. Your application is live. Live meaning is end user is able to access. What is live meaning is, now Facebook is live or not? Tell me guys.
Yes, it is
Yes, it
live.
is in the live.
Yes.
It is live means end user is able to use it. So as long as we are developing, we are testing, we will not go live. We will not give it to the end user because we have defects. We are developing that. It may have issues. So after we do UAT testing, all looks fine, then we are good for the release. Means the project is live and now the business will start. Okay. It's about the initial release. After initial release is done, later in a sprint we know that each feature is developed, features enhancements will be developed. Yes, when we have features developed, one release is done, Meaning is you have initially login, okay, and some products and some offers and a payment. These options you have, that's it. In the next release you have more features, like this time you are launching some offers, you have more and more products, more brands. You will improve your project, the releases will be continuous. What is the release here? First you gave a first version of your project. Initially we gave a first version of your project. What is available in a market is first version, then later it is updated, then again it is updated, again updated. But parallelly you are also developing it. Where you are developing on your own servers. Those servers are different and the live server is different. So what different servers we have in the organization? Because can we test on a live server? Can I make change in this live server as a developer? Can I write a code and change? What if there are defects? End user will impact, my business will impact. Yes, end user will impact and business will also impact. So we will not always work in this live environment. This is live, we will not change anything in that live production environment. So where we have actually the project hosted, that environment is called, means the server is called production environment. It is called prod. Always in the organization you will look, okay, prod environment, you will hear this word. So prod is where actually your project is live, your project is available, launched. So it is something like this URL. So amazon.com. So for you it may be .com looking like, okay, so this is your prod URL. Okay, what different servers we have other than this? Other than this we have dev server, which is different. We have QA server, which is different. Why we need these different servers or different replica of your project? Entire project replica is available, means a clone copy is available and you are developing on it. And once you test it, once the QA testing is done, once the UAT testing is done, it is available for a release in the production environment. What might be the URL of this dev? Okay, it will be similar, just it will have dev hyphen. Okay, so dev hyphen amazon.in. We do not have access to this Amazon dev URL because we are not the developers. This is their private server. It is as long as the project members are working in that project, they will have. If you access, you will not have it. If you are a member of project, then only you will have it. So once you join a company, you will have to work on a QA hyphen and your project URL. They will give this URL where you have to test it. Just understand there are different servers, there are different replicas of your project because you are parallelly working on multiple features. Your production, meaning is your live application cannot be disturbed because of your developing something. So you need some different environment to develop and fix the issues, test it. Testing will be done on this a separate server, development will also be done on a different, and the production is separate. Like after the testing is done, UAT is done, the project is available on the production environment. Clear overall? Okay. So we are discussing about the types. Yes, questions. Okay, you can type it in the chat if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Okay, and or else we'll take at the end. Quick questions if you have, ask it in the chat. Okay. Next is non-functional testing. Okay. Initially, we did the testing. We know in the testing we find defects. We give it to developer. Developer fixed. UAT is also done. After UAT is also done, we also do the non-performance. Sorry, non-functional testing. Non-functional testing meaning is it's not about the feature. It's about a performance security. So performance testing is the part of your non-functional testing. What is non-functional testing and when we do? When we do a non-functional testing, after the basic functionality is working, then only we will think about a performance. Performance meaning is how fast, in how many seconds a page is loaded, is performance testing. A page is loaded or a application is loaded. In how many seconds the Amazon application is loaded? It takes just 2 seconds. The performance is very good. That's why people are purchasing products on this platform. Otherwise, no one would do that shopping. How fast Facebook is, how the pages are loaded. In a fraction of second, we don't even notice it will refresh, right? So the performance is important. And when we do this performance testing, can we do before this testing, before the functional testing? Can we do it? Yes, no?
No.
No, we should have at least few features, few pages developed, and those are defect free. Then we can do the performance testing. Once your application is good, working fine, login is working, payment is working, then we will see how much time a payment will take. Okay, and we will get requirements in terms of performance as well. What requirements we get for a performance? Any page at any point of time should not take more than 5 seconds is your requirement. Understood? The requirement is, client gave us a requirement saying that non-functional requirement is at any point of time, no matter it's a payment or offers or anything, should not take more than 5 seconds is your requirement, because at the end it will impact a business. So it should not take more than 3 seconds or 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Standard as per a business, it is based on the business. If it is a application like Amazon or a Facebook, it will be less than 2 seconds or less than 1 second also. The requirement is, if it is any other project which are bank applications where data is, lot of secure data is available and it takes time to load that data, then the timing is more. If that time requirement can be 10 seconds, 20 seconds is also allowed, because the end user will wait for that transaction to load or the bank statement to be downloaded. People will wait, but on Facebook, people will not wait for 20 seconds to load a page. It completely depends on the business. Performance of your application will be based on the business. For a business, something like which is for end user, the performance should be very fast. Okay, performance testing is about how many seconds a page is loaded, or at a time how many users are allowed to access. At a time, how many users are able to access this Amazon application? Tell me, guys. Can we say billions of users? At a time, your server should take billions of users. That is Amazon requirement, even a Facebook requirement. At a time, there will be obviously more than a billion. Like, all will not be active at the same time, but there are user accounts. 2 billion user accounts are there on a Facebook. So at a time, more than million people will be active across the globe. At least will be there. Okay, at any point of time. So the users, the number of users, how many active users can use your application at a time? Those are come under performance testing. Okay. Now in the non-functional testing, we have one more type, which is security. Security is about your project security, your data security. Your data should be secure. Okay. So security is very simple. Your account details, your details that you have in the different platforms should be secure. So in non-functional testing, performance testing and security will fall under. And we have load testing. We have load testing is how many users are at a time they are using your application. Okay. And in UAT testing, who will do UAT? Client will do the UAT testing. Okay, these are the types of testing, and this is about the testing. Okay, no questions? Fine.
Just a quick question. Like you
Hmm.
said about the performance testing,
Hmm.
performance is test after the application is made. Is it done for the subparts or modules, or it is after the system testing?
It is after the system testing. It is different. Overall, it is separate team. Performance team is separate team. Who will do this performance testing? There is a performance QAs. Okay, there is a different team. We will not do this performance testing. Who will do this performance testing? There is a performance QA, and they will do this performance testing, and they use JMeter. So JMeter is a tool. In that tool, they will create profiles. Okay, 1,000 or lakhs of profiles will be created, and they will load it at a time, and they will check the speed. How much time is taken for a page load? It's on a tool. They do it. It's not we actually look and sit in front of a system and watch the time, how much time it takes. Because at a time we cannot log in with 1 lakh user accounts. That all is done on a tools. So it is also based on some tool. JMeter is used. It also involves about coding. Java coding is involved in it, and JMeter is different too. We are not the performance QS. We will not do this performance testing. It's a overall separate team. They will do. We are just learning there are types. We are learning that in non-functional testing, performance testing, and security